Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of November 28th. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. We're just about rolling into Sagittarius season here as I record this video, so a very early happy birthday to you, Sagittarius. Hope it's amazing. Do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. Likes, comments, shares, subscribes really do help the channel grow and are very much appreciated here. And as always, all of the decks that I use in my videos are linked in the description below this video. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Sagittarius. There's been a new wave of information for you here recently in the past. You've had a new wave of information come to you in some respects. And for some of you, this may be connected to the home and family unit. For others of you, this is connected to what I would consider to be the other side of abundance, which is joy, happiness, good relationships, solid emotional well-being. And there's been a new wave of information in this area. For some of you, this might be connected to travel as well. Some of you, this might be connected to finances. I guess the point that I'm making is you've had a new wave of information. And that word new, that phrase new wave, I don't know what that means for you, but it's coming in, new wave. And so genuinely it could be in any area of life. And we'll try to get some more specifics on what that might be around. So let's go ahead and dive into this some more. So in the overall situation, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You're asking yourself if what you are doing is practical. Does it make sense? It's funny. This phrase is popping into my mind, but I'm just going to say it to you because I know that you're Sag and you like humor. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. Have you ever heard of that? Ever heard of that phrase? What you see is what you get, Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. That's the thing that's coming in here with this Queen of Pentacles, where they're just looking for the common sense, no nonsense, rational solution to something. And you've been hit with this new wave of energy, this new wave of information. It's just making me laugh. But the Queen of Pentacles could also be somebody who's like very much interested in like budgeting, planning, preparing, getting their finances in order, things like that. Very smart with money. And maybe this is what the new wave of information is coming in for you about. Maybe it's about that as well. But you are just looking for the logical what you see is what you get approach at this time. In the past, you have the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Wands, kind of what I've spent the most of this reading so far talking about, which is the 8 of Wands is the new wave. It's the new wave of information, okay? Or the new wave of energy that's been coming in for you. It's a clearing. The 8 of Wands is a clearing. You've had a clearing here recently, or you felt very much inspired in a new direction, okay? With the 10 of Cups is about your total happiness in life. It's like, if it brings you the most amount of joy, you do that. That is what the 10 of Cups says. In tarot, the 10 of Cups represents reaching the final cup at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. And your reward is not necessarily one of material themes, but it's one of emotional themes. So, as I've stated, maybe a really healthy repairing of a relationship in the family unit, or a new love interest, which might be coming in for some of you, or as you have the Ace of Cups in the future, or, just some self-love, something like this, right? But there's been some sort of new information here that's really kind of maybe caught you by surprise, but I think at the same time has just felt really nice, like a big clearing for you. Getting unstuck, the end of delay. That's the idea of the Eight of Wands. In the future, you have the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So the Ace of Cups is about a new beginning in love. It could say new love begins, but it could also just say, because not everybody here is here for love, it could say that there's some sort of new happiness kind of coming into your life for some of you. The Eight of Swords is a card that asks you to sort of get out of your own head or get out of your own way here. The Eight of Swords, this person's confined or trapped in their situation. And I almost feel like some of you just simply need to remove the blindfold here in the future, because you might miss out on an opportunity that looks like it could be very good for you. You know what's interesting, if I'm looking at these two cards here, there's clear vision on the on the Ace of Cups, there's clear vision. You can see the eyeball, but there's a lack of vision here on the Eight of Swords with the blindfold. So you have clear vision with the Ace of Swords, you have a lack of vision with the, Ace of Cups, you have a lack of vision with the Eight of Swords. I keep mixing them up. I'm going to say this phrase one more time, and then I probably won't say it for the rest of the reading. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. Okay? There's something that's clear. You have clear vision on something. Don't question it. Don't question it. Right? Why would you question it if you can see clearly in that, if you can see the situation clearly, why would you question it? Remove the blindfold, get out of your own way, get out of your own head is what the cards are saying, because there's something that is obvious here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And this is all resulting from some sort of new wave of information here. So let's see what this might be around. So you have the All right, Knight of Cups. I keep mixing up the words and stuff. Okay, Knight of Cups, interestingly enough, Eight of Pentacles. Maybe there's some foresight. The Hanging Man. And you have the Ten of Wands. All right, so there's a burden that needs to be cleared and removed here, even though there has been one in the past that you've let go of, or that you've maybe felt inspired to let go of. But there is a burden here with the Hanging Man and the Ten of Wands that needs to just leave, okay? The Hanging Man is somebody who's hanging on too tightly to something, okay? They're holding on. They need to embrace the transformation that is provided to them by the Death card. The Ten of Wands represents burdens. This person's carrying the weight of the world on their back. They're shouldering a load, and they need to remove that. Two cards here indicating removal. You've done a good job in the past of either being inspired to remove something or removing something, but there's more work that needs to be done in the future here. Not to stress you out, you'll be able to do it. The thing about the Ten of Wands is the universe chose you to carry that burden for a reason. It's because you can do it. You can see it through to the end. But there's clear vision here, and my intuition is saying that you should just not question the clear vision that you have. Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles in the past. For some of you, this might be connected to romance that happened. Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, definitely like that, but some of you are questioning it. There's also maybe work that's in the way. In other words, some of you may work way too hard with that Eight of Pentacles, and that might be getting in the way of this connection blossoming, or getting in the way of this connection going further, potentially. And so it's great to be dedicated and hardworking, and if that's what you want to do, that's great. Just know that there are certain sacrifices that you make in that. And so the idea of the Eight of Pentacles is this person is in love with their work. Like, they're truly in love with their work. And they might need to have some balance so that they can welcome other types of love into their life. Maybe some of you have recognized this. Eight of Pentacles also says that you are extremely talented in some area of your life, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and let's pull some oracle cards here. Let's pull some oracle cards to see what this might also be around. Okay. Oh, you know what? Those are the three. Those are the three. Yeah. Okay. Okay. These are the cards. Yeah. All right. So you have Brigid, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize you have the power, you have faith, humanity and benevolence, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Kuan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. And you have Lady Knot, a heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Look, give and receive in balance, super important for you here. Remember, I said some of you are too focused on one thing, which is closing you off to another thing. Like, I do think that you love what you do. I do think that you love being dedicated to work, being dedicated to a task or something. But I think you've been hit with a new wave of information that's like, wait, there's also other forms of love out there, or there's other things that you can be doing as well. And I think like a balance here is showing up not just in like actual work that you're producing, but the balance here is also showing up in the energy as well, like in the heart chakra as well. And so, yeah, and this has something connected to the inner world here with Brigid, with the inner strength. So I do think some of you are in helping fields, like you help somebody, like you help people, whether it's like on YouTube or it's like maybe you're like a doctor, physical therapist, or a counselor, teacher. Some of you help, like you're in the helping fields for some of you. Or this is something that maybe you're like, okay, I want to do more to help. You could also, remember, this could also be the new wave that's coming in as well. So there's something like that that's showing up here. I do also want to take this card, Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, move beyond the current challenge, focus on what you desire. So you definitely like to see that as well. Something about amethyst is a good stone for like, from what I remember, for manifesting. And so I do think that some of you are maybe also doing that. But let's go ahead and let's continue moving up the pyramid here. So you have the Page of Wands, you have the Page of Swords, interesting, and you have the Temperance card. Wow. So Temperance card is an alchemy card or a law of attraction card. So made sense. I really wanted to pull that card for whatever reason, and now we have this alchemy card showing up with the Temperance card. But coincidentally, or maybe not, probably not coincidentally, additionally is probably what I should say, the Temperance card also talks about balance and what I've been saying in this reading. It's a major card of balance, and there is something in your life here that you're balancing out at this time. It seems to be very, very important. Again, it's like you put your whole heart into work or something like this here, or you put your whole heart into something and there's no space left. There's no heart space left to, put your heart into other things. Hopefully that's coherent in what I'm trying to say here. But it's like the heart container is full, right? And so like for some of you, you're wanting to branch out a little bit in something. Page of Wands, it could indicate that in the past, Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, there's just been new information. Okay, pages are messengers from the universe. They're messengers from the universe. They deliver insights, or they deliver news, or they deliver messages. Page of Wands might be one in jobs, or related to your job, or related to your career, or related to your work. But it's also the energy of energy. And By the way, I can't believe I didn't say this, but the Temperance card is also the Sagittarius card. So for some of you, this might be self-love if it's not about an actual relationship, although I do think for some of you it is a relationship. But, you know, there's just been something very important and very new that has happened here. Page of Swords can talk about delays, but I don't get a sense that that's what the Page of Swords is about. I think Page of Swords in this case is about being thoughtful and taking a thoughtful approach to this new information that you've been gifted, so to speak. You have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Been weighing your options, weighing your decisions, kind of going back and forth on something. Four of Cups is a card that can indicate reflection, and I don't like that it's with the Hanging Man, because to me that really suggests that you're holding on too much. It's become stagnant or stale, or something's become stagnant and stale. This burden here, I would really look at, like I did say that there's something else that you need to remove here. I'd really maybe look at something like that here. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Four of Wands, which is all about stability, structure, and a new start as well. It's also a marriage card, but I don't see that really right now in this reading. This is about stability, structure, and ultimately a new start that's coming through a new wave of information. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, another ace. What is that? Okay. Yeah, two aces. Two aces, but we have two aces, two pages, and the Eight of Wands. So, you know, this is coming in, right? Aces are considered to be gifts from the universe, and this is coming in for you. So don't disregard your clear vision, okay? Trust the clear vision that you have. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.